Welcome back to the deep dive. This is where we take all that tech noise and really boil it down for you. Today, we're digging into the Ctrl+Alt+Read newsletter. It's edition #16, dated July 22nd, 2025, hot off the digital press.
That's right. And it's packed. A real snapshot of just how fast things are moving in tech right now.
Absolutely. And look, if you follow tech even casually, you've seen the big one, Mira Murati, her new AI startup thinking machines. It's everywhere.
It really is. So our goal today, help you get the key developments, what they actually mean, and, feel up to speed without getting buried in details.
Exactly. So let's jump right in with that huge news. The headline basically shouts it. Mira Murati's thinking machine secures $2 B funding at $10 B valuation.
Yeah, $2 billion.
It's monumental, isn't it, for a debut?
It really is. What's fascinating here is just the scale and the speed. Mira Murati, formerly CTO at OpenAI, right?
Right.
She's launched thinking machines with this vision for advanced general-purpose AI, and boom, $2 billion funding, $10 billion valuation. It's genuinely one of the largest early-stage AI raises ever.
And it's not just the cash, is it? There's more to it. It feels like it signals something bigger.
Exactly right. Connecting the dots, it shows massive investor confidence, obviously Murati herself, but also, crucially, it signals this push towards what some are calling the next wave of innovation beyond foundational models.
Okay, so beyond just making bigger versions of what we have now.
Precisely. Thinking Machines is reportedly focusing on building safer AI, more interpretable models. That really sets them apart in a field often, obsessed with just raw scale.
Safer and interpretable.
Yeah. So it raises this really important question, I think. What kind of AI is going to define the next decade? Is it just pure power? Or is it something more responsible?
That's a huge question. And this funding round really puts a marker down for that second path. Okay, so beyond Mira Murati, which is obviously massive, the rest of the tech world didn't stop. Let's look at the broader landscape, category by category. Starting with startups, VCs, funding, the money flow.
Right. And the ecosystem is, well, it's buzzing. We saw Stockholm-based Lovable grab $200 million in Series A.
Wow, $200 million Series A.
Yeah, hitting a $1.8 billion valuation right out of the gate. Then you've got London's 𝐂𝐤𝐢𝐬𝐿 raising a $160 million Series B for their AI and accounts payable.
So targeted AI applications still getting big checks.
Definitely. And India's EdiFund secured $6 million for their AI education finance platform. It shows continued strong investment in these specific AI uses and also fintech.
But there's a twist, isn't there?
There is a sort of nuanced trend. Early-stage M&A, mergers and acquisitions, they're actually surging.
Oh, okay.
It's providing these really vital exit routes for VCs, as unicorns look for strategic growth rather than just IPOs maybe.
Interesting. So consolidation happening earlier.
Yeah. But conversely, HSBC is reporting a big slowdown, they called it a plummet, in biotech startup funding in Q2. So it really highlights these sector-specific cycles, doesn't it?
It does. Not all tech is moving at the same pace financially. And speaking of strategic moves, acquisitions are huge right now. Cognition bought parts of Windsurf to boost their AI.
Right. And Synopsys closed that massive $35 billion deal for Ansys.
$35 billion. That's huge for strengthening their chip design and simulation position.
Absolutely. And Figma, everyone's watching Figma. They're aiming for a $16.4 billion valuation in their NYSE debut.
Another big one to watch. And the big players are shifting strategy, too.
Oh, yeah. Universal Music Group, for example, is speeding up AI patent development, really leaning into AI innovation.
Even in music.
Even in music. And Google Cloud is partnering up with Oracle, Accenture, BCG, big names.
To do what exactly?
To accelerate enterprise AI solutions. Getting AI scaled up in big companies. It just shows AI isn't just a product anymore. It's like a core strategic thing shaping whole industries.
Right. It's becoming foundational. Okay, let's shift to the tech itself. AI specifically, and then general apps. The AI breakthroughs seem relentless.
I really do. OpenAI unveiled an autonomous ChatGPT agent.
Autonomous, so it can do tasks on its own?
Essentially, yeah. Performing tasks independently, it's a pretty big step. Then Meta is talking hundreds of billions for AI superintelligence infrastructure.
Hundreds of billions. The scale is just staggering.
It is. Google's integrating Gemini AI into Search and Android. Perplexity AI hit an $18 billion valuation. AWS launching agentic AI tools for businesses.
It's just a flood.
It really is a collective sprint towards more capable, more pervasive AI everywhere. Makes you wonder, right? How will these increasingly sophisticated models really change our daily interactions with tech?
That's the core question. Like you said, Google putting Gemini in search and Android, that could feel very different very quickly.
Exactly.
Now, on the general app side, some interesting moves too. YouTube killed its trending page.
Yeah, replacing it with category-based charts and Explore tabs.
Yeah.
More organized, maybe.
Seems like it. Google also announced the Pixel 10 series, Pixel Watch 4. The usual promises: brighter screens, bigger batteries, and surprise, surprise,
More AI features.
more AI features, naturally. But it wasn't all smooth. Fitbit had that big outage on July 17th.
Oof, yeah. Syncing, login issues, major disruption before they fixed it.
And a couple of familiar apps got facelifts. Nextdoor launched a redesign, real-time safety alerts, news carousel, AI-powered faves.
Trying to be more useful, more immediate.
Seems that way. And
Yeah.
Google added that manage subscriptions tab in Gmail, finally.
Oh, that's actually super useful.
Right, easier on subscribing.
So these app updates, they show that focus on user experience. Yeah. Smarter organization, personalization, AI woven in. But that Fitbit outage, it's a good reminder, isn't it?
Of how fragile things can be.
Yeah. How much we rely on these cloud services and the need for resilience. When they go down, it really impacts people.
Definitely felt. Okay, let's talk cloud and security, the infrastructure behind everything. Big news with OpenAI adding Google Cloud.
Yeah, that's significant. They're tapping into Google's TPUs, boosting their capacity. It's a diversification beyond just relying on Microsoft Azure, which they've done for a long time.
Smart move, probably. Spreading the load.
Seems like it. And CoreWeave announced a $6 billion investment for an AI data center in Pennsylvania. Oracle's putting $2 billion into cloud and AI infrastructure in Germany.
Just massive investments everywhere in the underlying cloud power.
Exactly. Huge focus on building out the capacity, especially for these demanding AI workloads. But infrastructure isn't infallible. We saw that with Cloudflare.
Ah, the 1.1.1.1 outage?
Yeah, their public DNS service.
Yeah.
Down for 62 minutes globally on July 14th, caused by an internal mistake during an update.
Wow. Even the big foundational services can trip up.
It underscores how critical robust operations are, even for the basics of the internet.
And turning to security, always a hot topic. Some urgent warnings recently.
Definitely. Microsoft pushed out emergency patches, critical zero-day flaws in on-premises SharePoint servers.
0 days, meaning they were already being exploited.
That's right. Hackers were already using them. CVE 2025-5377 and 53776, if you track those things. Serious vulnerabilities.
Yikes. And a big data breach reported, too.
Yeah, the Western Montana Mental Health Center affected nearly 87,000 people. A really unfortunate reminder of the human cost of these breaches.
Absolutely.
So it raises that constant question, how do we actually secure all this stuff? Especially when the threats keep changing. We learned Scattered Spider, that cyber attack group.
Yeah.
They've expanded their tactics, now hitting airlines, transportation firms, using advanced social engineering, even MFA bypass methods.
But bypassing multi-factor authentication, that's worrying.
It is. And this one was shocking. McDonald's AI hiring bot named Olivia exposed personal data. Over 64 million applicants just due to a password vulnerability.
64 million from a hiring bot.
Incredible, isn't it? And one more, a critical flaw in Wing FTP server, allowing remote code execution without authentication. Just highlights the constant evolving threat landscape.
Relentless. Okay, let's move to the physical side. Hardware, semiconductors, chips, and then fintech. The hardware scene seems like boom time, at least for some.
Oh, absolutely. Look at TSMC. Record Q2 profit, $13.53 billion.
13 billion profit in a quarter?
Yeah, up 60.7% year over year.
Nice.
Surging demand for AI chips. It's almost entirely that story.
Just shows where the money is flowing.
Ugh.
But Intel, different picture.
Very different. Laying off nearly 2,400 workers in Oregon, part of a bigger 20% workforce cut. They're aiming to refocus, cut costs, maybe pivot more towards edge AI.
Intense competition playing out there.
Yeah.
What else in hardware?
Well, Valens Semiconductor's VA7000 chipsets are powering a new platform for embedded vision. Air Liquide opened a huge molybdenum plant in South Korea for ultra-pure materials for AI chips.
So the whole supply chain is scaling up.
Exactly. And then there's this one. 𝐄𝐩𝐢𝐬𝐬 unveiled the LC9 SSD.
Okay, what's special about that?
It's a 245.76 terabyte NVMe drive.
Wait, 245 terabytes on one drive.
Yep, the highest capacity storage device out there, designed specifically for AI and hyperscale data needs.
That's just mind-boggling storage density.
It really paints the picture, doesn't it?
Right.
AI is fundamentally reshaping the chip and hardware industry. TSMC's profits, Intel's cuts, 𝐄𝐩𝐢𝐬𝐬's monster SSD. It's all driven by AI's compute and data demands.
The scale of data AI needs is just insatiable.
Exactly. Now, shifting gears to fintech. Regulation seems to be a big theme.
Yeah, the Genius Act was signed, aiming to establish clearer rules for digital assets. Crypto, blockchain, fintech.
Yeah.
It's going to have a wide impact.
Which raises the question, right? How will clearer regulation actually affect the pace of innovation in DeFi and fintech generally? Will it help or hinder?
Good question. We also saw Stripe make an acquisition, Aurum, a payment orchestration startup.
Right, to boost their real-time payouts, getting money moved faster.
And Block Inc., Jack Dorsey's company, formerly Square.
They officially joined the S&P 500. Stock jumped. Big milestone.
And Mercurity Fintech rolled out a big DeFi fund anchored in Solana staking.
Interesting move. But maybe most relevant day to day, PayPal and Venmo. They're now using AI for real-time scam alerts.
Oh, on friends and family payments.
Yeah, trying to detect and block suspicious transactions before the money's gone. It shows the dual push in finance. Innovate, but also secure everything constantly. It's a tricky balance.
Crucial balance, especially with money. Okay, nearly there. Let's touch on events and media. Lots of conferences happening.
Seems like it. Minneapolis Technology Summit, 𝐵eard.js Summit, both this week. Denver Cybersecurity Conference, too. And looking just ahead, Fusion AI Summit, Kerala Innovation Festival.
Easy time for tech gatherings.
It really is. The sheer number of events, from niche like 𝐵eard.js to broad AI summits, it just shows people still really value that in-person connection for learning and networking, even with everything online.
True. And for those listening or watching content, Ctrl+Alt+Read itself highlighted some good ones. A16Z talking about AI changing saws forever.
Right, with Martin Casado and Scott Woody.
And, funny enough, This Week in Startups covered the Thinking Machines funding round we started with. Jason Calacanis, Alex Wilhelm, Jeff Lewis weighing in.
Full circle. Lex Fridman had DHA talking programming, AI, Ruby on Rails. Y Combinator covered Replic's rapid growth with their CEO.
Amjad Masahad, yeah. And 20VC had Cognition CEO Scott Wu talking about that Windsurf acquisition we mentioned.
So lots of different perspectives out there in podcasts and vodcasts, letting you dive deeper into these specific topics. It shows how rich the ecosystem is for staying informed.
Absolutely. Okay, before we wrap, let's do our tech tip of the week. This one's really practical.
Hit us with it.
Clearing app cache to improve performance. Simple, but effective.
Ah, yes. The digital equivalent of cleaning out the closet. It's surprisingly helpful, isn't it? Can fix glitches, free up storage, speed things up.
Totally. On Android, it's usually easy. Settings apps, pick the app storage, clear cache. Done.
Simple enough.
iOS is a bit different, though. There's usually no direct clear cache button for most apps.
Right. You often have to do the delete and reinstall dance on iOS.
Exactly. A bit more hassle, but sometimes necessary if an app is acting up.
Good tip. Basic maintenance that can make a real difference.
All right, wow, we covered a lot. From Mira Murati's huge AI launch, possibly changing the direction of AI development.
The critical security patches, the chip boom and busts, that monster SSD.
It's clear things are moving incredibly fast, almost dizzying.
It really is. And this newsletter dive shows how linked everything is, doesn't it? Funding, AI models, cloud infrastructures, security vulnerabilities. It all connects.
Yeah.
Especially back to that idea of building the next wave of AI responsibly.
So wrapping up, what's the takeaway for you listening? We've thrown a lot at you. Maybe the thought to chew on is this. AI is clearly getting more autonomous, more integrated everywhere, like that OpenAI agent shows. So how do we, as people using this tech, thinking about this tech, actually balance the amazing potential with the absolute need for safety, for ethics, for security, especially when it's all accelerating so quickly? What really stands out to you as the biggest shift or maybe the biggest challenge from everything we talked about today?
Yeah, that's the question to ponder. Your thinking on these complex issues is really what makes discussions like this valuable.
Well said. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time, keep learning, keep asking questions, and stay well informed.